So I'm replacing the hydraulic lash adjusters on an EJ20G engine. I have it stripped down, the time belt is off it. I had to take off the crank pulleys to get the camshaft to pull out a little bit on it. Just enough that I can get the rocker down out of the way. I'll do that and I'll replace the hydraulic lash adjuster in a few minutes there. But I just wanted to show you the overall setup that I have there at the moment. I've done the right hand side, it's the left hand bank. And the reason why I'm replacing the hydraulic lash adjusters is I found a retaining spring had gone in and behind the seal of the hydraulic lash adjuster and punctured the hydraulic lash adjuster arm here from behind the camshaft. And I'm going to take out the hydraulic lash adjuster and the spring, and I'll show you what got caught in it there. So I'll just take that down to one side there. And take it off. It should clip off handy enough. I'll leave it down. And in here, right in here behind the little pivot ball, there is a tiny little circlip that has to come out of it. So I'm going to take that out there now. And the pivot ball comes out. And then this retaining spring. And then in here, right down the end then, is the HLA. I'll take it out there and show you. Just grab it with a long nose pliers. Should come out easily enough. And that's it there. And that there is locked solid because it's filled with oil. And if I press on it and press the little ball, it takes the oil out of it. But what had happened was the end of the spring here had gone in around the inside of the seal of the little plunger. And on the right hand side of the engine it was one on exhaust and actually one on the inlet. When I was replacing them, I found we had another issue. Just going to put that in there as the old one. So the new one then, I have it dipped in new oil. Now, according to videos, it's saying to have them pumped up with oil. The problem I have with it is if I put it on when they're pumped up with oil instead of air being in them, and you tighten up the camshaft cap, then the camshaft is tightening in against the rockers and they're pumped up fully, and it's making the camshaft totally very difficult to turn. It is pressing, I would go so far as to say it's actually pressing in the valve spring. So that can't be good news. So I usually leave them a little bit soft. Going back in, just taking that. So put that back in there. You'll hear it clicking back into place. One second now. And that's it there, gone in. And then the spring on the back of the pivot. And the spring really is just to keep the pressure between the two while the HLA is empty of oil. And that'll go back in and we put our circlip back on. Is the little circlip. Now it actually fell there when it came off, so I just stopped the video for a minute. But that's the little circlip that holds that pivot ball in, and it holds it just inside the collar of that there. It's incredibly small, so you have to be desperately careful when you are taking it off that it doesn't spring out like it did just a moment ago there. But getting it back on is a little bit tricky, but it can happen. Get it into place. And that is it. It's back in place. And it's just enough to be the difference of that being able to come out and stay in there. And that